My dear brothers and sisters, when we listen to him speaking, we know that this man is really a man of God. Because this holy priest, this good man, has lived 94 years of his life, spending his life in priestly ministry. My dear brothers and sisters, a man who has lived such a long life in dedication for the service of God and his people.
He lost contact with his family for many, many years, from the time then when he was in Rome, all the way until when he started his missionary work in Singapore. And because of that, I think also the church became his own family. He treats the people as his own, and his brother priests to him are really, really brothers.
Each time when I come back to the parish since my joining the seminary, he would hold my hand like a grandfather would. He would keep asking things, how are you and everything, and like a grandfather interested to hear my stories. And for me, that is the care and concern that I've experienced from Father Potong, and that will be something I cherish in my heart.
One day, I happened to be in a church, and Father Tong asked me to help him in something. He said he needed me to help him check some English words. And what happened was, he had bought a children's Bible for a child who was going to start primary 1. And he wanted to write a few lines as a form of encouragement. He was 80 over years old, and it mattered to him. This little boy going to start school mattered to him, and he prepared a gift. That was how important ordinary people, little people like you and I meant to him.
The apostolate of the Mandarin speaking grew together with his conference. A man who was so zealous, he held various portfolios. As a young priest, he was in charge of the YCS Mandarin speaking. We all know how much he has done for the Chinese apostolate in Singapore. How he started the marriage encounter for the Mandarin speaking. He was the chief editor of Hai Sing Pao for many years. He was the one truly moving, motivating our Mandarin speaking parishioners.
董神父，我认识董神父是我在协青我就开始认识他。从董神父的身上呢，我看到耶稣。我跟我太太是在他手上持有，然后我们一起领洗，一起成家。董神父一直跟着我们。从董神父的身上，我看到他是一个牧者，就是一个很好的牧人。他把耶稣的那个征服八段里面的生平，就是 poor in spirit， 真的他生活很简单，你给他什么他就吃什么，他从来没有听过他有埋怨。即便他在最后的时刻，他还是念念不忘说：“我需要做弥撒，几时我做弥撒？”
His last Mass at the Church of the Sacred Heart, and in that Mass he really struggled, but yet he held the line. He held the line and he held on to his post. From the start to the end, he finished everything. He finished the whole Mass. And as I was looking at the camera from the sacristy, I could feel that that was what dedication is all about. Not once did he tell me that I don't think I can do Chinese Mass anymore. Not once, He pushed and he pushed himself really, and that's why I say he's an inspiration for us younger priests, because for him, no ifs, no buts, no maybes.
There's this faithfulness, the simple ways in which he is faithful to his duties as a priest. It was lovely to see Father Potong, his obedience really to the parish priest, how he supports and carries out whatever he's asked to do. Right? Father Potong always jokes and says that his English is not very good. And yet, despite that, he doesn't let that be his handicap to prevent him from ministering. He does his best. I think that's what I remember him a lot for, that simple faithfulness and fidelity to what he is supposed to do.
原则上，我自己觉得，耶稣说得很清楚，你们要随从我的旨意，天主的旨意。所以我们不要以自己 这生意做了不得，天主我要做这个，天主我做什么？我该说，天主，你要我做什么？这是随从天主旨意，不是自己想。假设你说天主要我做什么，天主一定有机会呀、就如同让你能够想到这个。这时候你自然遇到一些困难吧。可是这时候你会想到，天主，你叫我做啊，你不能不管啊。所以这样的话，我们愿意做天主的事情啊，需要费心费力。耶稣为救我们，死在十字架上受多大的苦。
He told me of the struggles at times he had. But he said, obedience is the way to find the will of God. He was anything but ambitious. He was not working for his glory. He was not concerned about himself. It was not about what he has done, but what the Lord has done for the people and through him.
现在我回想起来，真是感谢天主，很好。天主叫我做这些事情啊，我们离开自己的家庭，把自己献身给这些青年人，做这些事情，使他们能够幸福快乐，家庭幸福快乐，子女幸福快乐，为我们就是很大的一个安慰，而且也是给我们给我们带来很大的希望，因为他们做父母的很好，他们的子女很好，将来他们再有的家庭也会很好，啊，是能够大家都能够在天主爱下，能够生活，啊，能够处事，啊，能够把这个平安喜乐和其他人能够一起来分享。
You know, when people ask me, can you show me some good holy priest? We don't have to look far. He is one. A man who has given his entire life simply for the glory of God, for the service of his people. Faithfully, joyfully, without reserving anything for himself. St. Paul tells us, death, where is your victory? Death, where is your sting? Let us thank God for giving us a victory through our Lord Jesus Christ. Father Paul Tong has won victory over sin, over death.